Many years ago, I had this beautiful copperhead, and it had been in captivity for a long time. Just a really docile copperhead. And it reminded me a lot of this one. This is a very nice copperhead. I've had this one quite a while. And one day, years ago, I was handling the snake, and instead of using a hook, I let it sit in my hand. And I thought, wow, this snake is so calm. I just knew it wasn't going to bite me. Fortunately, I was right. It didn't bite me. And when I was holding it, my wife took a picture of me. And a long time later, I looked at that picture and I realized something. If the snake wanted to bite me, it could have. And I didn't want to give the snake that opportunity again. Because I realized me handling that snake without proper tools did not make me look cool. It did not make me look professional. And it was just a dumb thing to do. The risk was not worth the reward. I enjoyed holding the copperhead, but what the copperhead could have done to me if it bit me was not worth me taking the chance of doing that. With that said, I don't condone people handling venomous snakes. But if you're gonna handle venomous snakes, make sure you have the proper tools. And even if you have the proper tools won't help you without the proper training. Okay, I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm looking at. What the crap am I looking at? Have you ever heard someone say, don't try this at home? This is the time to really pay attention and listen to that. Whatever you do, what you're about to see, don't try this at home or anywhere, even in the Lowe's parking lot. What in the world am I looking at right here?
Didn't start rattling until you pulled
up. Would you like me to identify these for you? These are rattlesnakes.
Yeah.
How long have you had these?
15 years.
15 years. And you just hold them and just...
Yeah, they're my snakes. This is killing me, really, to get rid of them. I don't...
This is killing you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, so I get a call from this gentleman, and he asked if we can take in some rattlesnakes. And of course I told him we could, and he wanted to know what we did with them. I told him we eat them. Of course I'm kidding, joking with him, we don't eat them. And we use them for education. And so he wanted to know if he can meet me today. Sorry, rattlesnake. He wanted to know if he could meet me today, so I decided to meet him in the Lowe's parking lot. And I pull up at Lowe's. I don't know what to think. This is what I saw. Yes, these are timber rattlesnakes. These are timber rattlesnakes. And so how long have you had these? You didn't just catch these snakes today. You've had these snakes for how long?
About 15 years.
About 15 years.
It was an accident. I found them, took them home to show a friend. 15 years later, here we are. Just couldn't get rid of them.
Okay, now here's the question I have to ask. Have you ever been bit?
I let this one bite me one time right there.
How bad was it?
Well, I was drunk, and it's only right after you feed them, they get feisty.
Yeah.
And I said,
so hang on, you were drunk. Okay, so he was drunk, okay? Don't be drinking and handling venomous snakes.
So
okay?
anyways, I stuck my hand in there, and he bit me right there. Woke up the next morning, my hand was swollen up, and there was two drops, lines of blood. And I was like, uh-oh, and I was gonna do the X, cut it with the knife. That hurt too bad.
Yeah, we don't do that, yeah.
So by the end of the day, it hadn't gotten any worse, and then by the next day, it had gone down.
Yeah.
And then I've been nicked once or twice.
Wow, yeah.
Barely. They don't.
Did you have much of a reaction to it when they nicked you? Not really?
None.
Okay.
They don't always.
Yeah, they don't always inject venom, yeah. A snake has to decide to inject venom. And when a snake bites, venom doesn't just come out of their fangs. They have to decide to inject venom. So, now these are timber rattlesnake. These snakes have some very, very potent venom. You will never see me holding a snake like this. Wow. Well, I pulled up in the parking lot here, I pulled up in the parking lot, and he said, I'm in a white truck. So I'm looking for a white truck, and I see a guy holding a snake. I'm like, he thinks these are rattlesnakes. This is a boa constrictor, right? That's what I'm thinking. So like I said, I don't recommend people holding snakes like this. This gentleman knows the cost. He's been bit before. Wow. I mean, these snakes are just gorgeous snakes. And anybody who has an affinity for venomous snakes, most people would think you're crazy wanting to hold this, but I understand wanting to hold a snake. I really do. It makes sense to me. Now, does that mean that I'm going to do it? No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to hold a snake, but I understand the want to do this. This is a beautiful, beautiful snake. And so this man, he's going to turn these over to us, and we're going to try to care for them as well as he has. And he has cared for these snakes very, very well. These timber rattlesnakes. So hopefully we'll do as good a job as he has. Yeah, that iridescent color. Wow, that thing is just gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous rattlesnakes.
And you can get them to rattle.
Yeah. You have to get them to rattle.
Yeah. They don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
They don't mean nothing. And this one's the same way. You can open up his mouth. They like to be scratched behind the ears. Well, they don't have ears, but they like that.
Where their ears would be.
Yeah. They love that. You just sit there and do that all day.
I'm assuming you hear all the time people tell you you're crazy. People say that all the time. Yeah. They tell me that all the time. I don't even do what you're doing.
I wouldn't do that. You can open up his thing and you see
oh my gosh.
You see his fangs.
Yeah. He's got his fangs in there. And one more thing. I don't want this to be a video where we bash an individual just because we may disagree with him. Or maybe some people may think he's crazy. People think I'm crazy sometimes, okay? So I think it's very important that I showed respect to him and I was nice to him, even though I kind of disagree with his handling techniques. And I wasn't about to be mean to him. He could have thrown a rattlesnake on me. I've never seen anyone French kiss a rattlesnake until now. That is crazy. Now that we've got the snake, he's going to have to get used to being handled with a hook. We're going to keep the snake in captivity. We're going to add it to the collection of other rattlesnakes that we already have, and we'll use it as an ambassador to teach people how awesome even venomous snakes are.